can't go on thinking nothing's wrong. What now? Who's gonna drive you home tonight?
The Cars were an American new wave band from Boston. They were formed in 1976. They had some fairly high-profile success, and they lasted until 1988, by which time they had released 6 albums. They reformed during 2010 to 2011 to release one more album, and they've had one more reunion in 2018 in order to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Hi, my name's Dan. So this is the 5th album by The Cars, and I have a copy of this on vinyl, but I've not listened to it very often, so it was nice to be coming back to it, and I wasn't completely fresh, but I was fairly fresh to it. So I described this as being poppy soft rock with a kind of new wave kind of thing to it. So the new wave I think of as being its tight songs, in the same way that punk was, but also stuff like pub rock, etc. But with kind of more interesting ideas and production going on in there. It reminds me of lots of stuff. It's very kind of 80s, early 80s pop rock. So I'm going to reference here Steve Winwood, Toto, and from the UK, Nick Kershaw and Howard Jones. But I would say that they're a bit more inventive than The Cars. I kept being reminded, especially with the first track of the album, of the track Somebody's Watching Me by Rockwell. And there's another track that reminded me quite a lot of a Laura Branigan track. Interestingly, a few albums ago, I did a review of an album by Nena, who did 99 Luftballons, and they're described as being Neue Deutsche Welle, which is a genre that basically blends pop rock, new wave, and a very synth-oriented sound. And I would say that this pretty much hits that, apart from the fact that they're not German. So it's that kind of thing. It's got quite a lot of synth work in it, using synth sounds quite well. The singing's fine. I haven't really got much to say about that. The songwriting is decent, but it didn't feel stellar. The track Drive from Here was a mega hit. So overall, it is my kind of thing, and I enjoyed it quite a lot. It's very radio-friendly pop rock, basically. So I quite like it. What do you think? Please talk to me through the comments box. That's it from me for now.
Dreamy lips, sudden motion, flashing. A breathless hush, a pounding soft, lasting.